Dan Campbell took this Lions job with a vision. That vision has ignited the Lions fan base in a way not seen perhaps ever.
This is a sleeping giant. This is a sports town, and we feel the love.
Remember who you are!
NFC North champions, everybody.
Vision, winners, back-to-back seasons.
Your team main ours, the pride is worldwide now. Riding to your town, win, then ride out. The crew here to break it down for y'all, to demonstrate how we ain't playing around with y'all. The humble host with punchlines to give you a black eye. We brought a GM and OC, even a stat guy. Other teams drink the Kool-Aid, roll over and quit. I drank Campbell's soup and woke up all grit.
How we doing, Lions fans?
It's grit.
This is Adrian, your offensive coordinator, calling plays today. You know, what I appreciated, Clay, on the intro is Dan Campbell says, remember who you are. And this is the exact moment where we got to remember who we are. We're a gritty team. We've been beaten down, and honestly, it was a hard week. Clay, I know you were just mentioning it before we started hitting record. It's a hard week as a Lions fan just kind of process what happened on Sunday against the Eagles.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it just feels like everything was off on the offense. It's like you could never get any momentum. Once you got momentum, it was quickly lost. And kind of echoing what Dan Campbell said in the presser after the game, like you go for it 5, 6, 7, 20 times on fourth down, but they always got stuck in that no man's land. Like if you punt it, it's going to roll in the back of the end zone. If you're going to go for it and you don't make it, they're going to end up on the 50.
Yep.
It was just like every time we got to that sweet spot of like, it just, everything just, something would go wrong, a holding penalty, a sack. A lot of times it was a sack.
Man, like in the beginning of the game when the announcers are just kind of doing their pregame stuff and they zoom out of the stadium and it is so windy at Lincoln Financial Field. I'm like, oh man, that wind, that's going to play a factor. And unfortunately, it did play a factor. I think what you're talking about, Clay, and a lot of those decisions where it felt a no man's land is because it just felt a little too far for Bates to kick it due to the wind. And it was kind of a factor that influenced maybe some decision making on Sunday that made it tough for us.
For sure. And is this like, I mean, I'm all about going for fourth down. I think we're all about it. We love his grittiness. And I don't think that's ever going to stop. It sounded like in the presser that's not going to stop, which is a good, but like some of those were, he had no choice. Like you're just stuck in, like you said, like you can't punt it and you can't kick it. And then you go for it and then it's a duck. And it's just like, I mean, you can punt it. Like I'm not being a homer about it, but like it's just it just was a stinky situation on a day that our offense just plain out stunk.
Yeah, I know it. I don't even know where to start with just what stunk on the offense. But just talking about field position, and going on fourth down, some people are like, man, like Dan Campbell has to know when to go, when not to go. But, I mean, it's just what made the Golden State Warriors, a dynasty, is they lived by the 3 and they died by the 3, right? And you can't just shy away from what you are in just one game, just like, change your complete whole mindset, game, and DNA. Like this 100%. Game, him going for it on fourth down for like 5-6 times, I'm absolutely not mad at that. Like, that's just who we are. You should have expected it. It's 4th and 2. Like, you already know we're going to go for it. Yeah, you know that we're going to go for it.
And you watch the Bills Texans game on Thursday, and you just realize how grittiness we have it, because Texans would not go. It'd be 4th and 1, and they're punting it. Like I'm like, dude, just go for it. Like this is the Bills, man. You're in a spot to put the Bills away, and they would just. So. It makes you. It can be frustrating when it doesn't work. When you're 0 for 6, 0 for 7 on fourth down, it's frustrating. But then you can't forget about it because the week before, you could be 6-0 on fourth down. I like how you put it. You live and die by it. and then you see other teams who won't even try it. So it just makes you appreciate what we have.
That's just who we are, exactly, as a team. So now talking about the just offensive performance in general. First of all, any good spots? Any positive things took away from Sunday that you saw, Clay?
Just Gibbs, man. Like Gibbs is such. There was a move. I tried to forget the game, so I didn't go back and rewatch it. But there was a play that Gibbs ran. He was out in the open. He made a juke move, and it looked just like. I mean, you could put a 2-0 on the back of that jersey, and you would thought it was Barry Sanders. Just some of those moves was Barry, man. Like
I know, man.
It was just incredible. So all respect to Barry. I'm not calling him Barry yet, but I mean the guy is so good on a day that everything was going wrong. Like Gibbs is so good.
I know, man. He would like convert a tackle for a loss and made it into like a first down. I know one time, and then that long 50-yard catch and run.
Yep.
That's what like kind of kept us alive in certain drives, like him just getting the ball and making magic happen.
Yep.
But obviously it wasn't sustainable enough because of the final score. So what do you think kind of went wrong?
I mean, when your quarterback has less than a second to get a ball off, I'm not calling. I mean, everything was wrong on the offense, but I mean the offensive line, man. Games like this, I mean, we've missed them all year, but you really miss Frank Ragnow, man. You miss him. Like we really appreciate what he did for the line.
This is me watching Glasgow on Sunday. Bro, Frank, what is Frank doing right now? Is he out fishing?
Oh, he's probably out in Alaska. He's already starting his
what
winter
protection
fishing.
would Frank would have called, on this play, like
Right.
Oh man, so that's where it started, right? Like I saw a different like film breakdown, and it was just the interior offensive line not communicating. It wasn't necessarily like they were constantly losing one-on-ones, even though that did happen. It was just communication of like handing off, like who's gonna take this crosser, because that's all the Fangio from the Eagles did. They're like, let's just confuse their rookies, and they kept doing process between linebackers and edges. Just it confused them of like who's taking who, and so like there'd be 2 or 3 guys on one guy, and then the other 2 Eagles were free rushing Jared. Like it was a lot of confusion at the line. That's kind of, I think, where it kind of just started, and then we saw Jared, his timing completely off.
Yep.
I mean, from my perspective, I wasn't happy with some of the decisions he was making. Granted, it was because he didn't have as much time as usual, and he had a lot of pressure. But even when he did have some throws where he had the right protection, it's like he was in his own head.
Yep.
And he didn't throw an accurate throw because he was already thrown off by the previous plays where he was getting pressure. And so then him and his wide receivers just out of sync. And
he knew it right away. I mean, a lot of times they show the replay, and you see Jared in the background, like as soon as he threw the ball, knowing that it was not the right throw. I mean, he knew he was off as soon as it left his hand.
Yeah. What's your take, Clay, on what was it, like 3 or 4 batted balls?
Yeah, man, I get it, man. Like that Eagles line, man. Like, I mean, when he did get a pass off, and you're like the wide receiver, you could see was breaking open.
Mm-hmm.
The ball, and never made it to it. Never never got across the line.
Yeah. Do you think that's an area for concern, like moving forward? Like other teams are going to see that and try to replicate it, or what do you think?
So going back to the Minnesota game, I completely blame that on the play calling, because there were so many bad play calling.
For sure.
And I think you mentioned in the group chat of last year of how Jared played against the Texans. Although we won that game, but he played his worst game last year against the Texans. But Jake
like 5
Bates,
interceptions.
Yep. Jake Bates saved us in that game. And I'm really hoping that this was just Jared Goff was bad on Sunday. So I'm really hoping this is just, other teams are going to see it. They all got the film, so they can definitely Philly, I mean, they're a championship defensive line, So, but I really hope. I mean, this is just a really bad game, and we can all learn from it. The whole team can learn from it.
Yeah.
Jerry can learn from it. But all the teams that they're gonna see what confused us, and they're gonna use it, of course, for sure.
Yep. Yeah. There was an interview with Jordan Davis where apparently they saw something on film. Excuse me. Something on film on Jared's, like the arch of his throw, of like the point where he releases the ball. I don't even know what that means, but it's like apparently somehow the way and form he throws, they're like they planned and practiced the whole week to bat the ball down.
That's insane.
So
props to them, man.
I know it is insane. A lot of it is timing. So like if they couldn't win their one-on-one, in those cases, they were timing to try to jump. And dude, they batted 3 or 4 balls down. It was like all game. It felt like all game. They were doing a good job of that.
And always be the time where he finally had a couple of seconds to throw. Like, hey, cool, he's got a second. And then they
clean pocket. But yeah. Philly's defense, man, they're probably the number 1 defense in the league right now. Them and the Rams, unfortunately, both in the NFC, are running on full cylinders here on their defense, and we're gonna play them both. So we just played Philly. We only scored 9 points on them. Rams, we got them in 4 weeks.
Yes, we got the Giants, the Packers. Is it the Cowboys after that?
Yep, Cowboys on prime time.
Yep, and then Rams. I mean, it's a stretch, man. This is
it's a grind.
Yep.
And then and just right now in the next 5 days, we're playing the Giants and then Green Bay on Thursday. So quick turnaround here. 3 games in the span of maybe 4 games in the span of 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Because we're playing Dallas, we're playing Thursday night football.
Yep.
So a week after Thursday.
So the good thing is though, at least we're that Dallas game after. At least it's like a nice little home stretch, so you're not traveling. Yeah. So that's a plus. That's a lot.
Correct.
So
correct. We got 3 home games in a row.
Yep, and I'll take them I'll definitely take them surrounding the Thanksgiving Day game because it's tradition. We all love it, but you're also like you get hosed on days off. So
absolutely. So yeah. So with the offense, what we saw on Sunday, hopefully the offensive line can learn from some of those mistakes they catch on tape. It looked a lot like the mistakes from the Minnesota game, from the Green Bay game earlier this year. To me, the pattern seems to be that the O-line seems to play terrible games. It's when defensive coordinators send exotic packages or just surprise blitzes. Because it really just comes down to the communication on the line. Like Ratledge, he's a great player when he just knows who he's blocking, right? He can block a guy. But when there's confusion of all these guys going left to right and between the O-line just passing whoever is protecting or whoever's doing what, that's when they get themselves into trouble. And it's usually against really good coordinators, defensive coordinators, that they're having trouble this year. That's the pattern I'm seeing. I don't know if you're seeing anything else, Clay.
No, for sure. Yeah. Cause I mean, whenever you get thrown a curveball, it seems like it lands for them, like we're not prepared for it.
Yep. I mean, look at the defensive coordinators we've lost to. We lost to Vic Fangio, Eagles, Brian Flores, Minnesota, Spaniolo from Kansas City. Like these are top defensive coordinators that are sending their best packages to us, and we're not winning them. So hopefully we can clean that up because we got quite the defenses to go to. So moving on, I guess before we move on to Sunday, to tomorrow, to talk about the Giants, let's talk about the greatest thing that we saw on Sunday against the Eagles, the defense. Right. What were the highlights for you watching the defense, Clay?
With Eagles schedule, you see a lot of Eagles, either on prime time or the 4:25 time slot. a lot of Eagles, and you see the tush push working all the time, and the fact that we were able to like have them get a false start 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made the offense even more frustrating because they weren't rewarding what an excellent job the defense was doing.
Exactly.
Like they would just get stop after stop. Like they would stop Hurts. They were doing the same thing. They were stopping Hurts. Hurts wasn't comfortable. Hurts couldn't throw it in the wind. But it's just when you constantly getting stops in your offense or going 3 and outs or finally getting to the verge of scoring position and you can't get past it, it just that's where the frustration. It could have been that first half could have been like the Baltimore game 2-3 years ago, 35-0. It could have been easily 35-0 in that first half if our defense wasn't doing what it was doing.
Yep. Exactly. I mean, let's think about rushing. Like Saquon Barkley was held to just 83 yards on 26 carries. So they stopped the run. Receiving, Philadelphia walked away with just 135 receiving yards for the entire game. A.J. Brown had 7 receptions, but for only 49 yards. Devontae Smith left the game with only 1 reception for 8 yards. Dude, this defense, the only thing that kept them from making it maybe game changing for us to win was, no turnovers.
Right.
But, they got 2 sacks, 3 tackles for a loss. They did everything they could.
Mm-hmm. We forced some punts, like a lot of like something that's hard to do against Philly, man.
Yep.
And that's what made the whole thing even more frustrating. Because I mean, if you're both off and you walk out 40, you lose 47-7 or 42-7.
Yep.
But then when you have a close game that comes down to a game you shouldn't be in the fourth, and you're in it because your defense.
Yeah. Dude, and like you're saying with the tush push, like I feel like we've all seen Philadelphia play a pretty good amount of times because they've been a great team for several years, and so they've been on primetime a lot. They're just we've watched them play. I've not watched the defense yet till what we saw on Sunday the Lions do, of them stopping the tush push so many times. And even if it wasn't that offensive offsides or whatever to back them up, even when they ran it, like I don't know if you saw it, Clay, but on our side we were doing the same tush push. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So when they were doing the tush push, we were 2 defensively, where Jack was the quarterback.
Yep, we mirrored
the
it.
other 2 linebackers pushing him across the line to try to get to Jalen.
Yep.
It was. I was like, holy crap, we're doing the same thing. Is like, maybe is that the secret sauce to stopping this thing?
That'd be sweet.
That was
because
cool.
I didn't catch it until it was later on in the game, but I'm like, dude, it's like a mirror image. Like,
yeah, it was awesome.
And man, Jack, man, he's incredible, man. He had a great game.
He may be all this year.
And I mean, I think when you look at before the season started, you're looking at it as a loss. But now we have 2 losses: the Green Bay game and the Minnesota game that I had marked as wins. So now you gotta get 2 of these. You gotta make them up.
Yeah.
You gotta make these wins up. I mean, these losses up to wins.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough, but. I mean, I feel confident with our defense. I think Kelvin Shepherd is trying a bunch of different things. I mean, I texted you, like, he started Aleem McNeil on the edge. If you listeners are watching the game and didn't notice. So we had 3 defensive tackles plus Aiden as a base look at certain times, which was really cool to see Aleem being used on the edge, just providing more beef on the line. Little outside the box thinking.
And one more thing about the kind of leads us right into tomorrow, but the Laporta news. I'm sure everybody's heard it now.
Yep.
It's a tough loss. But I think, as I mentioned in the group chat yesterday, I think you're going to learn a lot. I think we've talked about it multiple times on the pod of he might be the odd man out. He might be the guy that doesn't get paid, but you're going to find out the rest of the season just what you can do without him. So you're going to find out, hey, man, he's necessary. He might have some money thrown at him, but you get to the same spot. I mean, I love Laporta. I'll respect him. He's great, but you're going to find out. It's bad for us, for Lions, for the team, for us as fans, but I think it hurts him even more because it's such a big year for him, for this to happen for him.
I know, man. I know. He just popped up on the injury report last week during practice that he had a back issue. And then, like, not even 24 hours later, he was put on IR. Okay, well, yeah, it's a back issue. It can be pretty severe. Maybe we'll get him back in 4 weeks, but I mean, even I think yesterday it was confirmed by Adam Schefter that he's pretty much done for the year.
Yeah.
It would take a miracle to get him, like if we were deep into the playoffs. But I mean, you got a back issue, dude. That's pretty serious.
Don't mess yourself up for your future, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had a bad feeling just you watch different pressers with Dan throughout the week. And every time they talked about Laporta, he kind of steered away from it. Kept it really short. So I don't even know when it happened. I don't know if it was a practice injury. Which if it's a practice injury, that just kind of brings some more concerns about how hard you're pushing in practice. But
Yep. It's a tough position as a tight end because sometimes you get a big edge like Marcus Davenport, or maybe even defensive tackles like Oli McNeil coming at you and you're supposed to protect.
Right. 100%.
It's a tough position, and we're hoping Laporta can recover, and hopefully this doesn't impact his career anyway. He can come back healthy and come back next year for us. Because we definitely needed him on Sunday. I feel like there's a couple plays or a couple drives that could have been extended with him being there.
100%.
For sure. All right. Before we go on to our bold takes, let's hear a little bit from our sponsor, Dan Diamond Equipment.
Today's episode is sponsored by Dan Diamond Equipment, a used fork truck dealing company located in Hastings, Michigan. They sell and rent fork trucks and die handlers. With over 30 years of experience, don't hesitate to call Dan Diamond Equipment for all of your fork truck needs. Reach out to Dan at 269-948-3377. Again, the number for Dan Diamond Equipment, 269-948-3377.
All right. Shout out to John McEwen there, one of our top listeners. All right. So we had some bold takes real quick. Clay, both our bold takes on Sunday hit. I said that our Lions defense, that's right. Right here on the All Grit podcast, we're getting bold takes. So my take was the defense was going to be outstanding and hold them to the lowest points they've scored all season. So it was going to be less than 17. They were at 16. So that hit. What was your and Clay, what was your bold take?
That at least 2 times the Lions would stop the tush push, and they got it, man. They, as we talked a couple minutes ago. Although it didn't stop every time, but I mean it was
times.
Yeah.
So nice. All right, so now let's change gears here to tomorrow, and sticking with our bold takes. Let's start with that first. Bold take. I'll start first, Clay, so you can think of yours. Bold take for tomorrow. I think offensive line has a big bounce back, and they end the game with 0 sacks. And why this is a bold take is they just had a terrible game on Sunday, and the Giants, the New York Giants defensive line is a top tier defensive line with the leading sack. Was it Brian Burns? He's the leading the NFL right now in sacks. So that's why my boldest take with 0 sacks on Sunday. Let's hopefully the Lions offensive line can keep the pocket clean for Jared.
I like it, man.
Your bold take, Clay.
So I think it's going to be I'm calling a 3 rush down trio of, I think I'm giving a Gibbs touchdown, a Montgomery touchdown, and a White Vic touchdown to Jared Goff.
Ooh, okay.
Gotta go a little stretchy on this one. So
that one. All right, Vanilla Vic rushing touchdown, Monty and Gibbs. All right, that definitely is bold. All right, so what are we looking for on Sunday here, Clay? What are your predictions? What would be important?
Of course, kind of like you want a Washington type game. You just want them to come out and control the game from beginning to end. You want to be comfortable the whole game.
Yes.
And we all Lions fans, we need that tomorrow. I think, but there's also going to be a part of me that's probably going to make it frustrating because of what happened last week. But you got to put last week behind you. It's a loss. It's behind you.
Yep.
But you just got it. You, like you said, with the offensive line, you need I'm looking at the line tomorrow, man. I want Jared Goff to have time. Let plays develop. And we need to win this game at home, man. We got to have this. We have to have this homestand.
Absolutely. So it was just confirmed earlier today. Breaking news. Nothing earth-shattering, but Clay got excited for a little bit. Breaking news. It was in doubt all week whether Jackson Dart would play, and it was confirmed yesterday that he is out. So who's Giants second string quarterback? Who's going to be playing tomorrow, Clay?
Is it Jameis?
Jameis.
There you go.
I fear we're gonna play against him, but I'm kind of like cheering for him. Who doesn't like the guy?
Right.
He's hilarious.
He is. He's great. He's a sideline guy.
Yep.
Eat the W.
Locker room guy for sure.
For sure.
So tomorrow we're gonna be playing at 1:00 on none other than.
So we'll get. You think is Brady coming to town? Who do we got? Oh, that's right. Man, I already knew the answer to this. I don't know why I didn't said it.
It's like the 2025 season curse the NFL gave us is another Jonathan Vilma narrated game. He's in Detroit like every other week, bro.
For sure, man.
Gosh. But yeah, we got Kenny Alberts and Jonathan Vilma.
Yeah.
So maybe Deion Branch will make an appearance tomorrow.
Right. So, but yeah, we need a rebound game, man. It'd be nice to continue with this JMO touchdown streak. Keep him hot.
Good point. A little streak going, like 2 games in a row. I think that could happen. I would like to see the defensive performance streak. Jameis Winston, he lives and dies by the contested throw, right? Mm-hmm. Like down the field. He will push it down the field and risk it for the biscuit. So I want to see our secondary. It's going to be without Kirby Joseph, possibly without Terrion Arnold still. I think he's still in concussion protocol. I haven't checked the injury report to see if he's playing. He might be a game time decision. But still, we're going to have the Legion of Whom again.
Yep.
So these guys, hopefully they can keep Jameis Winston in check, and because Jameis is a good quarterback where he can steal a game from anybody.
Yep.
So he's no slouch. It'll be a difficult game from the aspect of the Giants just fired Brian Daboll, so that locker room, I think they're just hungry for a win, just to destroy.
We've been there before, right?
Exactly.
We've been on that side.
Yep, so exactly. And that's
spoiler.
Dangerous. Yep, when you're playing spoiler, it's dangerous. So it's no easy game to go into. Obviously, we should win. I think we're the better team on paper, but you can't let your guard down. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping the defense can continue their stroll here as they've gotten better and better.
I like to see more Tesla this the coming weeks, especially without Laporta. Like get him involved more.
Yeah,
get him in the offense.
Yep,
more. I mean, he has some great one-handed catch, but it'd be nice to see him just go down the field, get some catches, move the offense, move the chains.
Yeah, I want to see Brock Wright get more targets.
Yeah,
he didn't get enough targets this last game, but I think he's more than capable of just being solid and doing what we need. And he gets open. Mm-hmm. He gets open. He doesn't have the same like tangibles and just like magic that Laporta sometimes can do when he gets the ball. But I think Brock Wright is going to be a solid fill-in while we wait for Laporta to get back. And
one thing I do like too about what our I I guess you would say their halftime shows hopefully will get better. And it looks like they with Eminem coming on, so hopefully that's a future thing. The halftime shows will be better for Detroit to get the crowd more hype. But they know this is a big game, so they're wearing the black unis tomorrow. The
alternates.
So I mean, they're smart. They know what they need. They know they need a little extra oomph tomorrow.
Yeah, a little go back.
Yep. So I think that's a smart move by the whoever does that.
Yeah. I forget who decides the jersey. Like I think they already have them decided with the NFL office, but I do know the pants are decided by the team captains.
Cool.
To them. That's why they've been wearing the silver lately with the white. They haven't been wearing all marshmallow. So maybe they need to go back to the all whites.
Yep.
Any score predictions for tomorrow, Clay?
I'm going out with a 38-13 win by Detroit.
Whoa, okay.
I'm going. It's like a Washington game, man. I think I want a rebound. Hey, give everybody.
Yeah, we're back. Type of like let's get going. I'm thinking like 32-21.
I like it.
Go by double digits. Just not as big as yours, but hopefully both scores are enough tomorrow for both sides. Any last takes, Clay?
Let's get this dub, man. Let's get back on the tracks. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get out of this loss column, man. It's been terrible this whole week. Let's just bounce back. Later this week, we will have a special guest. I don't want to tease it because it should be the humble host telling everybody who the special guest is. And it's not just someone. This is a sideline reporter from the Lions. That's all I got to say. I'll let our humble host break it out later this week. For now, this is the All Grit Podcast. We'll catch you next week.